very much, everybody. We're with the President of Ukraine, and he's made me more famous, and I've made him more famous. I will say he's got a great reputation. He's very, very strongly looking into all sorts of corruption and some of the problems they've had over the years. I think it's one of the primary reasons he got elected. His reputation's absolutely sterling, and it's an honor to be with you.
It's a great pleasure to me to be here, and it's better to be on TV than by phone.
Yeah.
I think. And Mr. President, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. Best meeting I've been at. Great meeting. And we got all support from USA. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, American people. Thanks, Mr. Trump. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have the President with us, and he's been through a lot. He's been through a tremendous amount, like probably nobody else, almost nobody else in history, if you really get right down to it. And we're going to have a discussion and see what. Oh, that's better. Yeah, thank you.
Press, thank you. Press, thank you very much. Thank you, Press. Thank you very much, Press.
Pulitzer Prize winner.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, please, can you have a look this way?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President.
This way, please.
Please, Mr. President.
To your right,
Yeah.
please. To your right, please. Mr. President-elect.
In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know that.
bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering all
position
these
to
questions.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning.
And the president who's trying to save your country.
Please.
You're playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You're
gambling with World War III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's
with
back
all
to you,
respect to you.
far more than a lot of people said
With
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today,
have you said thank
even
you?
today.
As part of the deal, or is
No.
that on the table at all?
No,
Mr. President,
we don't need that.
Mr. President, I just wanted to ask.
We are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about West
If
Africa?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course he has.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I
Except-
said a lot of
except
times
that
thank
they're-
you
except
to
that-
American people.
Except that they're.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running low
I
on
know.
soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I wanted this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
Well,
but
you're
I
saying you
said-
don't want a
but
ceasefire.
I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire.
guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
It has great music, great movies, great muscle cars, but also as a force.
During his recent visit to the Gulf region, former U.S. President Donald Trump offered to travel to Turkey to participate in high-level discussions aimed at finding a resolution to the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. His proposal was contingent on the participation of Russian President Vladimir Putin, suggesting Trump's intent to facilitate direct dialogue between the warring sides. However, according to sources close to the matter, President Putin declined the invitation, effectively halting any immediate prospects for face-to-face talks involving all key players. This move is part of Trump's increasingly visible efforts to insert himself into international diplomacy as the war in Ukraine enters its 3rd year. The former president has been vocal in recent weeks, pressing both Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to agree to a ceasefire. Trump has positioned himself as a potential peace broker, claiming that, if given the opportunity, he could bring both sides to the negotiating table and help end the hostilities. In a post shared on his social media platform, Truth Social, Trump revealed that he has scheduled a phone call with Vladimir Putin for Monday at 10 a.m. This announcement suggests that despite Putin's refusal to attend in-person talks in Turkey, communication between the two leaders is still ongoing. The nature and scope of the conversation have not been disclosed, but the timing points to a continued effort by Trump to influence the course of the conflict